And if it's real love, then you make sacrifices. To get ahead, man, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is. Yeah, I cut the drama out my energy. Focus on an inner me, never on an enemy. And I done sacrificed my own time, I done sacrificed my own mind, I done sacrificed the club life, I done sacrificed my love life. But I cut the drama out my energy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field. Just out, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense, they do go for it. It's Keenum. Give him 8 on the gain there, and that leads to a Minnesota first down. A handoff. It's Murray. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Now again, this is Murray, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Keenum now to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forcing incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, Keenum. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he's going score. It's a Viking touchdown. Case Keenum, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Keenum now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too over-ramped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Bills. On first down, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He finds an opening past the 40. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Past the 20. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Now McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he puts it through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. On first down, Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. And it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Taylor. Flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Now he'll escape to his right. Now he'll go deep down the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, I'm kind of glad that's incomplete because it gives me a chance to talk about the snow game from this last week that everyone was buzzing about. Indianapolis and Buffalo, how awesome was that snowstorm?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Did you help remove snow from the stadium prior to? Because the Bills were paying $11
yeah, they were looking for volunteers.
For volunteers and tickets. But once the game started, trying to see the guys out on the field, luckily the Bills wore all red. But how about the extra point to send the game to overtime out of Vinatieri? What did he do to get that done?
Yeah, so it was 7-6. He went out for the extra point. He intentionally kicked it right of the right upright, and the strong gust of wind pushed it in. The Bills initially were celebrating. They thought he missed it. No, Vinatieri knew what he was doing.
So he played the...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Adolphus Washington. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Third and long. It's Keenum going with a screen for Murray. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A big gain of 39 on third.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. A run, it's Murray. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run with Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Detroit! Here we go! Detroit! Let's go!
Keenum. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. And the Bills getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get... If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Emerson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Taylor will throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly are bored. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Taylor down around his goal line. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get 1st downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense. And they are...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go play action with Taylor. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Play action. Now Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, let's step aside from this game for a second and look at the NFC playoff picture right now. You've got the Eagles at 11-2, the Vikings at 10-3, and after that you got 3 9-4 teams, Charles, all vying for that third spot.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Rams leading the NFC West, but the story to me is the NFC South. Because right now, if the season ends, you've got 3 teams from the South in the playoffs. New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta. So things are volatile in that division, but all 3 legitimate contenders.
It's going to be a fun last 3 weeks, especially in that division.
Certainly, because they're all going to play each other over that time.
Keenum. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. Forced out to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On first and 10, here's Keenum. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. To throw is Keenum. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. is Keenum. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone. Detroit. Over.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and run with Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now.
Here's Keenum. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here come the Bills. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills get a bit closer. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Keenum steps away. He may try and run for this. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Keenum's going to throw it here. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Blake Bell, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Keenum. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Barr in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Keenum wants to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 28 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Taylor. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. One last shot for Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,
that's called being in the zone.